My favorite part about CYA is probably the amount of Christian fellowship that you have and the amount of people pouring into your life. And I really, really appreciate just the amount of leaders that are really willing to invest their time and energy into your life, and it really means a lot. And I've grown so much through doing CYA.
It's just like one big family. Everyone loves God, and they all love serving the Lord. It strengthens your own personal walk with God, and also strengthens how to share the gospel effectively with kids and even just adults.
Child Evangelism Fellowship, or CEF, is a ministry that's been around for about 80 years. And what we do is very simple. Our goal is that children first hear the gospel of Jesus Christ, grow closer to Him, and then get connected with the local church. What our heart and desire is that kids get to hear about Jesus. And we want to partner with Christians and churches in the community to make that happen. And we've seen in our world that this is such an important and necessary ministry to be doing even now. 85% of Christians believed in Christ between the ages of 4 and 14. 85%. By far the majority of Christians come to Christ during this childhood time.
So a 5-day club is a 90-minute long program for kids that goes for 5 days, just kind of like its name. And these are hosted in people's backyards, parks, places in your community in order to reach kids that might never ever set foot into a church.
So one of the biggest impacts in my life in CEF is when I got to share the gospel with a little girl at one of my 5-day clubs.
So people that host the clubs, they invite kids from their neighborhood, where you guys, the students, have the opportunity to come and teach these kids and lead them through the program all week.
She was pretty quiet throughout most of the week. I didn't realize she really was listening, and I could tell that something was really on her heart. So I went up to her and I asked her if she would be interested in believing in Jesus, and she said yes. So I got to walk through all of the steps with her, and I got to see the excitement in her heart as she believed in Jesus for the first time. And the next day she came back so pumped, so ready, and I was just really happy that I got to experience something like that.
CYIA is so much more than just a basic class on evangelism tips. It thoroughly equips you to lead a child to know God and to establish a relationship with them that really matters. CYIA has equipped me to have the tools to be able to share my faith and see lives changed, and not because of anything I've done, but because God works through this ministry.
I have been grown from a very quiet, shy person to someone who is capable of being a leader when I didn't think that I could. Leaders here pushed me and encouraged me and helped grow me in Christ.
CYIA trains students to be able to share their faith effectively. They walk you through how to know the steps of the gospel, how to communicate them to children. They walk you through the importance of growing in your own relationship to be able to pour into the lives of others. And I think the most important part about CYIA is they don't just want you to do ministry. They want you to want to do ministry. And CYIA has given me on-the-field experiences that have shown me how life-changing that ministry can be, both to me and to the kids I'm reaching.
Before I joined CF, my faith was pretty routine. I didn't worry about sharing the gospel. I started to realize how much we have an impact on these kids.
Many of youth that have grown up in the church have never actually had the opportunity to share their faith. And many of them don't even know how. And so that's why the ministry of Christian Youth in Action is so important, because we want to give youth like you and others in the church the opportunity to learn how to share your faith and to be able to share it to a child that has never heard. We need God's people to stand up and say, God, you can use me. Even if I don't feel equipped, even if I don't feel like I have all the answers, you can use me. And what's wonderful, every time I've seen this happen, somebody steps up and does that. we see God take the reins and do something wonderful through them.
It is an amazing week and a half.
And I've really enjoyed every single year I've been involved.